Okay. We are recording. And we're in progress. And we're out of focus. Focus.
And so now I have two PVRs. They're sitting underneath my TV. And so I can record two channels at the same time. I will not record too many channels. Or just one PVR, maybe two.
Not getting focus. Yeah, my Tableau has two processors in it, so it can do two different things at a time.
Hi, Art.
Okay, can
Hi
you?
there, can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
That's good.
Okay,
But I said, I don't use it. I don't ever use it.
Yeah, I do.
I played with it, set it up,
I since
loaded a few things on it. It's like, oh, well.
since I have Sling, I can't record local TV on Sling. It doesn't offer local channels. So I need the other to complement that. It's only $40 a month, but it's all the cable channels that I need. And then I need the local channels, so I got a couple of little boxes. So I get some things, PBS things that I want. I do want to do PBS things. And local shows. Sven Gooley. Yeah, Sven Gooley.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, from Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, he's on. He's got the local channel on the meat. And Saturday night.
Watch those old B sci-fi movies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Godzilla just went through. Yeah.
Creature features on YouTube. They talk about Sven Gooley quite a bit.
No,
They're not as large as they're over the air and they do YouTube. It's a bunch of B movies.
Okay, do they have the skits like Singuli does?
Yeah, sometimes it kind of depends.
Yeah.
What is this that I am eating?
What is what?
What is that piece of chocolate that I'm eating?
Truffles,
Chocolate
cocoa
chocolate.
dusted truffles. You need more?
No mushroom in it, no. No. It's just a high
High grade.
cream content. Yeah, it's not, it cooks hard like a chocolate. That's very-
No, I do not need more, but thank you. That it kind of almost had a coffee taste to it.
No, not that. I'm sure they make a rich velvety cocoa ganache rolled in dark cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder, that's probably
If
where,
I'm good, I
where
get
the
one of
coffee,
those after dinner.
that's probably where the coffee taste came from cocoa, from the cocoa beans.
They're good. Then she got some other stuff. She had like the dark chocolate stuff. Ooh. I must say very good.
I've got to say that was interesting chocolate. I don't know if I've had a chocolate like that before.
Cocoa dust.
They pop up in my house quite often, things like
No, that's not great. When you've been a good boy, I know.
that. Yeah, or they pop up and they get hidden, yeah.
Yeah, I used to see Gail would end up getting chocolate everywhere. I'd see chocolate coming in, buying in the bag, and when I get to the house and
There's no chocolate.
there's no chocolate.
Where's the chocolate?
Where's it all going? I mean, it made it into the supply chain finally. Oh, did you see that robot thing?
I was out driving around,
Oh.
so no, I got the email, but I didn't look at it.
It's the Tesla guy's robot. It was, there's a lot of glitter there. I don't know if there's anything underneath it. A lot of smoke. That's it, I could show it, that's true.
That was the impression that I got when they first unveiled it, that it wasn't anything.
They show some stuff, but you know, they show bull smoke too. Let's see, I need to bring up the edge.
So what's going on, Art, out there in California?
Well, right now it's raining cats and dogs, and it's supposed to do that for the next 5 days. So
Wonderful.
our river is back, and apparently we're going to be dealing with it for a while.
Messed up a good drought, did it?
It looks like it has. As a matter of fact, and I guess about a third of the counties in California now are no longer considered to be, based on accumulated precipitation, are no longer considered to be in a drought. And I'll tell you, we've gotten, since I've been back in California, which was 17th of January, we've gotten, I don't know, 10, 12 inches of rain, which is on an annualized basis, that's a lot. Because the regular, whatever that is, regular rainfall in the greater Bay Area averages, I don't know, something under 20 inches a year. So we have, in the month and a half we've been back, we've had, I don't know, close to a regular annual rainfall.
That's good.
Well, it reduces the fire hazard.
Yeah.
It obviously takes care of the vegetation.
Yep.
The Central Valley, it takes care of the breadbasket of the country. And so you have lots of almonds and walnuts and various other kinds of produce. So it's good. We'll see how long it lasts, but it's good. So far, we haven't gotten any real bad mudslides and so forth and so on. When it really continues for a long period of time, you start getting mudslides in the mountains and going down towards Santa Cruz and so forth. Because this is not exactly flat land here. I mean, you're either up or you're down. So you guys are getting your additional 6 weeks of winter, I guess.
Yeah, Patty says it's supposed to snow again, and I said that's a bad word.
Well, that's what the National Weather Service is saying also. There's apparently a couple of major weather systems working its way across the country, and you know, you're scheduled for some more snow before spring officially springs. So anyway, that's what's going on here. It's raining like mad. Every time there's a change in the weather, Barbara goes into panic mode and says, "Oh, I got to go shopping." You know, we're going to be stuck here for weeks and weeks and weeks. And well, That's just an excuse to go shopping. So Steve,
Hello.
Hello.
hey Steve,
Hello, hello, hello.
where's your puppy? Oh, okay.
She
What is
has a
that?
log.
One of those leather things or a bone or what?
Nope, that is a log. So we've got the fireplace over here. I just split off a chunk of wood for her and she absolutely loves it.
That doesn't cause any splinters problem or anything?
If it does, she likes those too.
Okay.
At one point, she started to gnaw on a chair. And I smacked her and told her, don't do that. And then she started looking at this pile of wood here. So I split her off a piece to give her, and she's probably eaten a whole log since then. And this is rock maple.
So it's not this hard stuff then.
Yep. I figured Osage orange would be good, but it actually, she can bite it into fibers pretty easily. And so it just spreads all over the place.
And click the play button. They got a good show anyway.
Bearing in mind that when we did AI Day, the first talk was the more walkable. The rate of improvement here is quite significant. It's obviously not doing parkour, but it is walking around, and we have multiple copies, I suppose, of this. I think Tesla brings to the table that others don't have is that
We gotta watch how much we share because YouTube's algorithms will kick us out.
real world AI with the most advanced
For using other people's content. They've already flagged a couple of our videos because of it. There's a link to the full video in the thing now, in the chat, and Jim sent an email that had the link to the full video. It's kind of interesting. It's walking now, but it looks like it's really slow. So you think it's actually building itself? That's scary.
I think that's the implication, but I don't think he's there yet. Yeah.
I think in retaliation, Boston Dynamics should build a car.
I would trust Boston Dynamics car over something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boston Dynamics. They've been working on Atlas for a long time.
Saw something on the news yesterday where Tesla was, had a couple of them where the steering wheels came detached. They forgot to put the bolt on that holds the wheel on as part of assembly malfunction.
And no
Yeah,
quality
they got a
control.
recall on that, yeah. Stuff happens. Yeah.
It'll drive itself anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, I always thought that was a bunch of bull smoke anyway. I mean, to make it perfectly safe, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. It's too impossible.
Well, certainly Detroit spent 100 years just proving that.
Yeah. I don't know. And Twitter's in ruins.
Gee, that's too bad.
And where you gonna post all your dance videos now?
Yeah.
You know, you go to TikTok, huh?
Always good to TikTok. Mastodon.
How's Mastodon doing there? Taking over or?
Yeah, the Mastodon growth rate is kind of, you know, it plateaued there for a while and then
They gotta figure out how to.
it's
get
falling
it
back
put
down
together
low.
where it's easy. Easier.
The what is it, Sky Blue? Blue Sky, which is a new network. They've said that they've solved the Mastodon sign up issue. It made it easy. You sign up on one thing and you got access to the entire thing. Okay. But I never really had a problem with signing up with Mastodon. That wasn't. It is different. It's different than Twitter, but it's different than almost everything else. But it's the same. It's one of those weird sort of things you feel like you know what it's doing and then it does something else. I like Mastodon. I've been using it a lot more than Twitter lately.
She was whacking you in the eyeball, wasn't it?
I know, did you look at that book thing that I sent you about it was a curated list of books or something?
I didn't see that. You mail it to me?
It was a while ago.
Oh, I must have missed that one. I get busy. I've been a busy guy. It's like I'm truck crazy on Dot Hunter today. Oh, yeah. Yesterday. Man,
Busy reporting people or?
yeah. Went down the road looking for one and one of them started following me around. I had up at the stop sign at Britton Lane. I had to stop and get out and take a few pictures, and say hello. Yeah,
Stop following me around.
I mean, you know, bad enough. I was looking for them. They behind me now. Oh, it's a shredder truck. I see those shredder trucks come through 500 regularly. They sure go around shred paper for different.
Oh, okay.
It was a Earth ERTH company shredder. Just went down the road looking for what was it? We had Yellow, Roadway, Yellow, whoever else they are, these Holland. Looking for them today. And looking for some others. And a busy day.
Patty's been on vacation for a week.
Oh,
She goes back to work in either 2 or 3 days. She doesn't know. I said, I think that would be something you need to figure out if it's 2 or 3 days.
It's a sign of a good vacation. Don't really care about when to go back.
She says that the
How you
schedule
doing?
hasn't been posted yet, so she doesn't know when she's supposed to go back. I'm like, pretty sure the schedule is supposed to be posted on Wednesday, or at least it always has been in the past. He just doesn't want to go back.
Can't blame her for that.
No. She needed the vacation. She needed to be away from Kroger. Kroger was, having to put up with customers is not fun sometimes.
Yeah.
That meant that she was driving me crazy for a week though, so.
Well, we didn't want that, no. Tell her no.
So
Yeah.
doesn't your granddaughter come over and pester her?
Yes, that was the biggest benefit to her being off work was she got to play with Thea more, so Thea didn't bug me as much. Thea asked me why I was doing something, and Patty said, Thea, never ask Apple why he does something.
Everybody's catching on to you, yeah.
Said, yeah, that's pretty much a common rule at the meeting.
In the club,
Don't ask Leroy why he's doing that.
Just because.
Yes, I can. So, Hamvention is in May 2019. So that's something to look forward to.
So where will it be?
Do I?
Where is the hand going to be?
It's in Xenia again. At the Xenia Green County Fairgrounds. Yeah. A little over a month away, I guess.
There was a little video on the moon. Scientists just announced the terrifying truth about the moon. That's about a 30-minute video. It's interesting. One of the craters has a blue tint to it. And also they're getting lights coming out of some of the craters and coming from various places on the moon. They can last seconds. So they're investigating that.
Aliens? Are there aliens on the moon?
Chinese.
Chinese?
Yeah, they've got a big cube of a boulder, and the Chinese are going over to take a closer look at it with their rover. They got a rover up there,
Yeah.
but it's just like a big cube sitting on the surface of the moon. Okay.
Might be getting monolith time.
Yeah.
Leroy or?
Okay, there you are. Are we back? I think we're back.
Yes, we're back.
I don't
Says
know
it's
what happened.
recording.
I don't have any idea what happened. I looked away
Stuff
for
happens.
Zoom had blown up. I guess the answer is don't look away.
Yeah.
Don't blink.
Don't blink. So. You were saying
Was I saying something?
about the moon?
Oh yeah, that moon link that moon video. It's pretty good, pretty interesting. The schedule is about the same. Next week is virtual, and the next three are virtual.
Next three are virtual. Yep.
And then we go April is 6th and the 13th. And May is the 4th and the 11th, the first two. So we're getting good. Kicking with that.
So how far in advance can you sign up, Jim?
3 months. 2 per month.
Is Thursday pretty much available these days?
It looks clear so far. I talked to one of our competitors for this time slot and she seemed okay, and I intent let her know what our intentions were and gave her one of my cards, so in case she had a conflict or something. And also I talked to the girls up front and let them know we're doing two a month and the first 2 Thursdays, to let them know we're not trying for all 4 Thursdays. And so kind of spreading the word around and make sure everybody's cool.
Apparently it's a pretty popular room.
Well, there are other things going on that could make it popular, like Thursdays. Some Thursdays is yoga night. And I could see how some of those people might want to use it after yoga or before yoga for the group get together and do something else too. And I know the knitters group, the
Yeah.
sewing group, they also competed for the time slot. So
They always did, even before the pandemic. They would come in usually after us.
yeah,
Yeah. I would think the yoga group would go across the hall there into one of those big rooms.
they like a big table. It's a bunch of knitters and they go throw their stuff on the table. And,
No, I was saying the yoga.
Yeah,
the yoga guys they don't come in here. No, they're in the big room. But
Okay.
if they come in, it'll be a group of girls are coming into town from disparate parts. And then they say, well, let's have a meeting over here after yoga or before yoga.
Yeah.
And I could see that. Absolutely.
it seems like a lot of people's schedules got discombobulated with the pandemic, and now everybody's trying to find their spot again.
But by default, you're limited to 2 slots
Yeah,
a month.
which is a big change, because they used to let you schedule
4, yeah.
and schedule for the entire year if you wanted to.
In fact, there for a long time, they scheduled it automatically.
Yeah.
I didn't have to say boo.
They just knew we were coming.
Yeah, they'd put it in the schedule.
Yeah.
Well, they could do it for 6 months and they probably still can, but the rules kind of change. And that's fine. They're growing. We're growing.
I think it's just the fact that people are trying to find their slots again.
Yeah,
They're
and
trying to
Thursday
get back
night,
to normal.
Thursday night is a popular night. If we went to Tuesday night, we could probably do whatever the heck we want. And we could probably do 2 different members scheduling and get away with that, or 3 even. But if we want to go back to four meetings a month, then we can consider that.
Virtual works just as well too.
Did you notice the housing they're building?
Oh, yeah,
Down there
they're
a couple
going
blocks
crazy.
away, yeah.
They're gonna have streets of whatever, over streets of Westchester. Oh,
Yeah.
So are those like condos or what are they, Jim?
luxury apartments or probably luxury condos.
Yeah.
Luxury apartments or something. They're the same thing they did at Liberty, I think, is what they're doing here. And the same thing is happening in Mason on Taylorsville Road and the old golf course over there, the old golf course gone.
Man, Liberty's been expanding too.
Yeah,
Are they?
doubling the size of
Yeah, heading
Liberty.
on up there, it's, at least double, they're coming further east or further west.
Yeah.
Traffic up there's already,
Then they moved the Costco right across the street.
yeah, I knew the Costco was, had moved.
Yeah,
Traffic up there's already bad. What are they gonna
Wait.
do?
Where's Costco at now?
Cox Road
Liberty.
and Liberty Way,
Next door to Christ Hospital.
yeah.
Yeah, Liberty Road exit. 129.
It's a
Oh, okay.
It's a
Okay,
huge
yeah.
building.
They practically put their own ramp in. As you're heading down 129,
Yeah,
you can, instead of getting off at Liberty Center, you can just keep on going. It'll take you on across the road and pretty much drop you off in their parking lot.
they've, they've like really changed how that works now. That, the whole exit system over there is completely different.
Get your rotisserie chickens. I got one yesterday. Ooh, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what we were looking for a quick bite to eat, and I was like, huh, maybe we should just go to Costco. We could get hot dogs cheap or something.
$1.50 for a foot long and a Pepsi.
Yep.
All you can stand. Yeah. No chopped onions, no.
Well, we were already at IKEA, so we just went to the IKEA hot dog stand and
Oh, they got hot dogs now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah.
a dollar for a hot dog. It's not a bad
Costco's got
price.
the automated, it's totally automated. You go to the machine and put in your card, say, to these, boom.
Yeah.
Somebody has to make it and hand it to you though, right?
Yeah, he's on the counter on the other side of the
Yeah,
counter.
That's the way IKEA is.
About a 6 or 8 station kiosk and you touch screen what you want and
Yeah.
wait for your number to be called.
That's the way IKEA is. They've got 4 kiosks and you just tell them what you want.
And
So these are totally unmanned?
No, there's a person in there making the food or at least putting the food together.
there's
But
touch-
is
touch
the other
screens for your
stations
order.
unmanned?
The stations are unmanned.
Oh, okay.
They don't take money anymore. They only want you to pay with credit.
Yeah, yeah. And they got self-checkout at Costco. That's different.
They've got self-checkout at IKEA now too.
Huh?
So which Costco are you talking about? The Fields Erdel one or the Liberty one?
The Liberty one.
He's locked out. We locked out by Sunday. How does that happen?
Yeah.
No pricing.
What did you do?
Oh,
keep it closed. I think that Art, this one's only been open for maybe 2 months.
do you want the door closed? We're laughing. We're joking.
Make
It doesn't.
unlocked If you shut it, make sure it's unlocked. Just try the outdoor. There you go. That's good. You can shut it. Well, we do very simple. That's on the lock the door.
Yeah.
You've got small toys.
No, this is just delivery. My Sunday's getting something special. See, Steve, if you would have been here, you would have gotten something special.
He's breaking out his knife. He's gonna cut you. Yeah.
Oh.
Hope to get 2.
Thank you.
So Jim was cooking or what?
No, that's truffles.
Oh, okay.
Chocolate covered truffles.
Ah, yes. Oh, those are dangerous, man. Those are
Yes, they
dangerous.
are.
I love the dark chocolate.
Sir,
What's the name of this thing?
truffles. And here's some key information here.
I think that's so squeezy.
190. Outrage.
Each.
Yeah. First ring. Oh, serving size is 4. That's what 4. That's not too bad. You want another one? Don't want to ask him again. See, these are leftover, guess who gets them? Gail, Gail got these. Gail will never see them again.
You'll stay in the car.
Oh, M5 stack stuff. M5 stack stuff.
No,
What did you get? Oh,
M5 stamp or something.
the stamp Pico.
Anytime. I'm planning to use those for Bluetooth link. For the Bluetooth link.
Hmm.
It actually is smaller than it appears. It's inside of a,
These came from Micro Center or where?
Amazon
he got these on Amazon.
Okay.
model.
Yes, those are
This is
even,
the
that's just the chip, right? It's roughly the size of a quarter.
ESP32.
It's actually, I think it's probably a little bit smaller than a quarter.
Ah, yes.
Now, that one doesn't have the power.
No.
The one I got is just a tad bit larger, but it's got the USB-C for the power on it.
The one with the power doesn't have Bluetooth.
Yeah, I don't think it has the Bluetooth. Yeah,
LTE or something like that.
yeah, I think you're right.
And this is the-
We got Vicente hooked on M5 stack stuff now. Which one's this? What is this one?
This is programmer.
Okay,
This
for that.
operation. There.
Huh, that's interesting because they're not using USB-C.
Mhm.
That's,
What are they using, Leroy?
it's micro.
Really?
They're behind.
It's a programming fixture. You see, it has springs.
It's a programmer for just the raw chips. That's interesting.
What project have you got in mind?
Projects?
The-
Does that count? Which project do you have in mind?
This is to make the Bluetooth link to the robot.
The data link to the
Yeah.
robot? Okay.
Via a bridge between the serial port of the robot and the computer using Bluetooth. I tried everything, and this is the only thing that works to use the Tony IDE for MicroPython. You can use it and download stuff and works really nice. Other serial bridges have some kind of delay or some raw connection, and usually you lose 1 byte or something and all the connection fail. So I was trying to use the radio link transparent serial, and sometimes work, sometimes don't work. Yeah, it's not consistent. So I tried with a full board of ESP32. It's working all the time. So I will glue this, maybe this one use half of the energy of the standard ESP32. This is use an ESP32 micro D4. Yes, everything is integrated in the chip, the RAM, the oscillator, everything in a very tiny package. I use half of the power of the standard ESP32.
Yep.
So I am planning to glue this plastic thing to the other ESP32 in the robot. So you can use the serial connector for programming using your computer, or you can use the Bluetooth link for that. I was expecting this yesterday, but Amazon say that there were obstruction in the way or something. I don't think so, but I saw the truck just delivering stuff around the block, and when he's supposed to must stop at my house, continue, and they say we couldn't reach your house. What? I spoke you guys. They forgot something.
I see that with the post office all the time. It'll say something like,
There was a problem.
road work or something, and you're like, no, there wasn't. That means they forgot. They got down back to the place and they forgot.
They don't found the stuff in the truck or something.
Yep, it was buried somewhere in the truck. Yeah, I think the M5 stamp that I've got has the USB connector on it.
Yeah, but this is the ESP32 X C,
See,
and the C doesn't have Bluetooth
yeah,
Classic, has the
Right.
Bluetooth low energy, and Bluetooth low energy used to shut down every time that there is nothing to transmit. It should shut down to save power, but when the classic one is always on, and when you transmit something instantly, you send the information. The Bluetooth low energy,
has to
you
wake
send
up.
something, he needs to start up and send something, and it loses all the time the connection.
Yep.
So because he's trying to save energy.
Yeah.
So I will use this that use half of the energy of the standard ESP32, but has Bluetooth Classic. So I try to use the Bluetooth modules HC06, HC05. I told you, no way, doesn't work. Doesn't work in Windows. I don't know. They work with the Android terminal Bluetooth application, but in Windows they appear in the Drive Manager as a Bluetooth connection, but doesn't have the serial port open. They give you an Allen key for with each key to open the. You must have tons of Allen keys, right?
Yeah, they send you an Allen key with everything.
Hello.
What was that name of that DVR that you got?
Hello.
Tableau. You can schedule stuff for a week, weekly, or
Yeah,
daily and all that stuff, and it's free. Unless you schedule, unless you're
Yeah.
looking at,
a little longer one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you're gonna look into the future for the, yeah. Okay.
So
So the,
I don't really like those
Yeah.
castellated pins either.
how much? That's what I was gonna ask.
Boy, that's hard to recall. It wasn't much because, yeah, I bought it a couple years ago. Now they make them with able to handle
Hey, Ray.
things at a time.
Ray.
Everybody's always wanting to record more, watch more.
Tableau Pro.
So
Okay.
Ray, are you really in your office? That isn't a green screen?
Oh, that's Vicente's hand. I thought somebody was knitting in this group.
What about moving focus?
Focus.
There's a depth of focus problem there.
Yeah.
I'm used to 25. Oh, here we go, 30, 33. Now we're talking.
They put the microcontroller under the antenna. You see?
Yeah. And
3D antenna.
and an RGB, is that what that is?
Yes, this is a
Yeah.
RGB or is a NeoPixel. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably an NeoPixel.
NeoPixel. Has a push button somewhere. Okay. Stuff.
I think they're making those now, hoping to sell them for OEMs, so that, you know, they could just put them on boards and not have to get FCC certified.
Yeah, it looks like that bottom is around 100.
There is a
My bottom is
sticker.
around 20,000.
Oh,
So I may have to put up with that for a while.
We'll make the sticker big again.
Yeah.
It's upside down, but it's all right.
Cool.
It's a 3D ant.
This is the
Yeah. It's about the size of a quarter.
M5 stamp Pico. You need to use these pins for programming. You need the 3.3 volts ground.
How are you doing that, Vicente? Look at him, he's got that perfectly focused at
I don't know.
4 inches.
yeah.
How the heck do you do that? We don't,
It-
my camera doesn't do that.
That is your camera.
I know.
You see my nails, I was working all day in the backyard.
Oh, you fix your nails. Oh.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
fix my nails.
Not really. Okay, this is the Pico ESP32. Pico D4. No, Micro D4 is the chip. Micro D4. Okay, and this is the.
No.
Oops,
Now you messed up the focus again.
we break everything. This is a fixture for programming.
Almost make it down.
So,
Back it up. a
What,
little.
what happened to the focus?
I don't
yeah,
know.
we're working.
I have to get this Vicente to do his magic on me. That's what I was saying. It don't, that didn't make sense. What I was seeing wasn't reality, you know.
Yeah, because now his shirt's in focus.
Yeah, it's focused on something else.
Try blocking the whole thing with it and coming out. Show them your fingernails, you know? That's what,
There
there
it
it goes. Look at that. That's just amazing. Dang, my camera don't do that.
That's,
This is, you see the springs to connect the model. Those. Here.
even focused on the teeny tiny scissors almost.
This is the model that is used in almost all the.
Yeah, block the entire
develop-
screen with it.
Development boards.
Can show your fingernail. No? It sees his sleeve.
There it goes.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
There he goes.
Okay, you need to put this in.
Yep.
Oh,
Maybe. Maybe it goes in there.
Then down.
need to borrow my French dictionary?
No,
Is it in?
actually, then there's one pin bend. I need to use my magnifier glasses.
It didn't quite fit in there, did it? Looked like one of the pins had bent a little.
Hmm?
One of those little tiny pins had bent a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need to apply a magnifier glass to correct the pin. SP32. They gain a great momentum with the chip shortage because Raspberry Pi Pico and the SP32 was available, more or less. So they gain a lot of space in the maker people, and maybe several companies that use them for great solutions.
I think we lost Steve.
He crash landed on us, I think, yeah. We're working him too hard.
Must have been a rough day.
Yeah.
Mm.
If he doesn't wake up, then we're gonna have to call the medics to come and look at him, see what's wrong with him.
Do a wellness check.
Wellness check, yeah. Anything new, Ray? You can't talk, huh? Look at all that mess.
How come you're not on the road, Ray?
I have been on the road for weeks, and it's just like stupid this, stupid that. Send me somewhere to work on something, ends up there's 5 times as much work to do. And it wasn't start Saturday, but starting Sunday, I'm going to be gone for like 10 days, and it's 7 customers. Another one here, like New York, New Jersey, Long Island, Brooklyn, Connecticut, New York,
That's abuse,
Pennsylvania, come home.
that's spouse abuse there. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So you're driving or is this?
in this case, yeah, I'm gonna pack up my van with a lot of spare parts, and then just hit it again, hit the next one. So it's a lot of work, but it makes good money. Considering, all I'm paying for is gas, my time, and probably each location is less than $200 worth of parts. It's roughly $1,000 a day, so I don't mind it. It's a lot of work, so I got to make money in order to pay my employees, and I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping to be here because we have another employee starting tomorrow. We had a new employee start like 2 weeks ago, and a lot of stuff happening, a lot of work going on. Sometimes I wish I had more work going on. Most of the time I'm glad I'm not, having too much work going on. But hey, it is what it is, and at least I got a job. Yeah.
That's certainly better than the alternative.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
This is the same
Yep.
system, but this is an ESP 8266. Smaller one.
Is that supposed to be like an Arduino Shield?
No, that's a
Who knows?
programmer.
It's a program. You have some springs that connect to the castellated things of the board or the model. I used to stick a yellow dot when I program MicroPython in a microcontroller to remember that there is MicroPython on it.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
I've got 2 or 3 that when I plug it in and
yeah.
I go, oh yeah, there's MicroPython on this.
Okay, so as an update for Leroy, I did end up buying a 3D printer from Micro Center.
Yes.
I bought the Ender Pro 3,
Cool.
and I bought that for my son. And every time I turn around, he's like, "I want some PLA, and let's download something off the Thingiverse and print it." And that printer runs like all the time. It's funny.
They're good printers.
So we got that one printing. He's always making stuff for his friends at school, so it's all good. And
I found this guy in the yard.
Did you cook him and eat him?
No, but my son liked them, but I don't.
Oh, okay.
This is the,
Crawdads.
That was in your yard?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very close to the Little Miami River.
So, how different is the 3D printer you had, Ray? That was a dual extruder, right? And it was an enclosed one.
The MakerBot 2X is a dual extruder.
Yeah.
It'll do PLA, ABS, and everything else you can think of, because it's got a heated bed in the enclosure. It has worked just fine for many years. The problem is that it's hard to find, at least for me, I guess, because I'm not deep into it. It's hard to find a new software that's dual extruder that still works with the older MakerBot 2X.
Yeah. Kira doesn't work with it.
I don't know. You think Cura?
Yeah, that seems like it should work with them.
How do you spell Cura?
CURA.
This is the software,
Yeah,
the slices.
the slicer. Yeah.
Okay, look, there is one ESP32 with MicroPython, the one with the yellow dot. And there is one ESP32 with the Bluetooth bridge, serial bridge. So I can use my computer, the Tony editor for MicroPython or Python, and I can change anything in the code and run immediately the change. So that's why I am planning to replace the what happened here? Second. It's kind of editing. No. For example, here in this picture, I am working in a laptop far from the board that is in the desktop computer. I am working in this laptop in the IDE Python Tony. So I press run and immediately the code is running in the board. So my idea is to use this the tiny module I showed before, replacing the Lolin 32 that is big, and stick the module over the ESP32 with the MicroPython, and use remote programming to work with a robot without touching it.
Yeah.
Just change your code and immediately you see the effect. The problem with Arduino is you need to wait for compiling, downloading.
Yeah.
Here you almost immediately you change a value, press run, and the robot is doing it. So maybe a better solution for interaction with the robot. This is my dog. This is I was trying to use, this is the Raspberry Pi Pico, right? There is in Python, well, this one has MicroPython on it, but doesn't have the sticker, sorry. You use the REPL connection for MicroPython to change the code and update the memory.
Okay, yeah.
But in the Raspberry Pi Pico, the serial port is integrated in the microcontroller, so you don't have access to the port. But there is a command in MicroPython that you can mirror the actual serial port in the user of the microcontroller. So I was trying to use the user connected to USB serial port to control the Raspberry Pi Pico from the terminal, but doesn't work. I don't know why. It's something related with the live feed and carry return or something. There is something wrong there. It's
New line and carriage return.
something is automatically adding them. I don't know if it's my terminal, but I check it and I know, but I don't know. So this is another experiment I was working with.
You want some more robots, Ray?
Sure, always.
Millions of dollars, Ray. Millions of dollars.
Not gonna do that.
I know. I gotta clean out the rest of the stuff. I've got too much stuff again.
Uh,
I've got some brand new stuff.
Something I am working on also. I show that, right?
Yes,
This is the
hand thing. I think you.
accelerometer and is moving the hand in the screen.
You've improved it, I think, since the last time you've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I am making a globe with the sensors to move my hand and see it in the screen. You can sense serially the angle of each finger and the position in the space of your hand, so you can move remotely the hand in your computer.
Turning into lawnmower man. When are you heading to New York?
My wife tells me it should be Sunday.
Sunday. I'll try to get a hold of you, see if we can get you some more robots.
Backyard.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, recently there was we were without electricity for 2 days.
You were out?
Yeah,
Wow.
but I have a generator
We're not surprised.
that can work for a week. So And there is a tank, a gas tank under the ground here.
Hmm.
So.
How big a tank is it, Vicente?
500 something.
Wow.
Well,
And
the
that's-
generator is 27,000 watts, or 27 kilowatts. And the tank is to run for a week. So,
Cool.
So it runs off gasoline or diesel fuel or what?
no, it's gas, but propane gas.
Oh, propane. Okay.
I've got 2,500 watts and gallon and a half tank.
Well, you didn't notice anything, but you know, there was a storm, a warning thing, and all the houses around were without electricity for 2 days,
Wow.
but we didn't notice so much.
See you later, Dad.
Okay, try to talk.
So
wait,
why was the
no,
power out?
That big storm came through. Tornadoes and stuff.
Tornado, something. Warning.
So it took a bunch of wires down then, is what
Yeah.
you're saying?
But Milford, Loveland, Madeira, and Indian Hills, all without electricity
I didn't know.
for a couple of days.
Yeah. I knew there was supposedly a tornado that touched down in West Middletown.
Yep, we watched it.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
We watched it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was standing out on the back porch, but all I saw was clouds. I didn't even see the tornado or anything.
I was picking branches in all the yard
Yeah.
because of the strong winds.
Yeah, I was standing out on the back, on the porch going, with the sirens going off and Patty going, you need to come in here. It's, the sirens are going on. I'm like, it's all right. I'm all
So
right.
they must have a bunch of above ground wiring then. They don't put the mains underground?
But are your mains underground
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
yeah?
Sorry, I didn't catch it.
You know what? Was
But
it a
they are
substation?
underground just in my street because outside there are everything goes in poles, you know, and there is a lot of trees and dicen bosques.
So to cover that big an area, they must be taking down, the wind must be, or the tornadoes must be taking down high tension towers then, I assume.
I don't know.
Substation maybe?
There are a lot of forests. No, how you call it? Place with full of trees and
Okay, trees, yeah.
trees everywhere. So the houses are very spare, very distance.
But like,
So there is a lot of trees touching or close to the wires everywhere. So
like in my,
the utility companies say that the problem was that the ground was too soaked or wet, that they couldn't move the trucks above the ground because they are very soft, so they can move close to the lines to solve the problem. You know?
we did get a lot of flooding. That was a problem. But my little apartment complex all our power is underground, but the power that feeds it comes off of poles out on the main street, so
So,
Ah,
we could actually lose power because we could lose a pole. So,
but actually they are changing, they are.
yeah, they're
Putting
working.
all the lines on the ground, but they were working the last 5 months in the main street, but they put the pipes, but the lines are still in the air, you know,
Yeah.
they didn't move under the ground yet.
Anything new being built in the city has to have their power lines underground. But they're being really, really slow right now about moving the existing lines down.
The pipe
It's
is
going to
really,
take
really,
them a
really
while.
big. I think it's plastic, but it's
Yeah.
huge.
it's an expensive process.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but
And they've also got right-of-way issues and so forth and so on. It's expensive and complicated.
yeah,
I've got 100 feet of fiber optic hanging down my power pole into my driveway.
that's nice of them.
And I called the city and they sent the power company out and said, those are not ours.
I change every year. I change the fiber optic because the people that comes to with the aerators of the grass, they used to punch
Oh, yeah,
them. Supposedly they have to put the wire more than 8 inches under, but some it's 150 yards distance to the house, and then go around and go into the back of the house. So there is plenty of place to have a punch or to. So now I have 3 cables, just one working. Because each time they do a new one.
So they don't repair it, they replace it with the new cable.
They put a new one. They didn't check anything, just they go, maybe in half an hour, they put the new one connected. And then a couple of weeks later, come a couple of guys to bury the cables, you know, the different people, different time. You have your internet connection in half an hour, but the cable goes over the grass or all over.
yeah. Steve's back with us. He's back with you, Libby.
Sorry about that.
I have a dream.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all right. You look like you need some rest, Steve.
It's just envy.
This is an awfully comfortable chair I'm in.
Okay. Well, your
got-
body tells you when you need rest, it puts you to sleep.
Next week is in person?
No,
No,
we're virtual next week. Next 3 weeks. Three
three weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
So we need to prepare something.
Yes. I don't know what. but-
A new robot.
Yeah, Theo will be, Patty's off work for at least 2 more days. Maybe I can work on my April tag robot some more.
I will connect the McQueen Plus with the Bluetooth link and try to use the encoders to go straight and turn an exactly angle and try to make square paths or something and see if it reaches the same spot.
Just by counting the wheel pulses.
Yes, but you count the motor pulse. There's a gear motor,
Oh, okay.
so I don't know how many pulses. This is the McQueen. I believe it has a microcontroller in the board. The robot itself is a PCB, you know, and in the board, the microcontroller has a I2C channel. So you control motor, LEDs, sensors, and everything using I2C commands. But you can ask for the encoders, the counting anytime, reset the counting. Okay. You don't deal with the encoders itself. You just you ask for the number. So it'll be easy to try to use it.
Is this a new toy, Ray?
That is my new toy.
Fiber relations.
Metal,
What?
metal sheet.
Metal
You
sheet
have
cutting.
a delivery.
It is in fabrication right now.
Okay.
And so it is not here yet.
You have my mail, right?
I have your mail. I'm sure you want to come visit.
I want to see it working.
Yeah, me too.
How thick a metal will that cut?
Depends on what it is.
Okay, let's try aluminum.
So aluminum is actually one of the most difficult metals to cut.
Hey, do you have a box bender? A metal bench? A bender for the,
I have a shear, a jump shear,
okay,
but I do not have a,
I have
brake?
one. I have one new in the box. I can give it to you. I never use it.
all right,
It
yes.
has different nails, you know, but it's small. It's like 48 inches, I think, wide.
That's a
Okay.
brake?
But you have nails to bend small structures.
I have a way to shear metal, but I don't have a bender.
Okay, I have the
No.
bender for you.
Okay.
I have
That's
it in the
amazing.
shed. I never use it.
Sounds like a box bender.
Yes,
So-
it calls box bender because you can move the fingers, or the press is made of different elements, different width. So you
That's
can
awesome.
combine them to bend boxes or robots.
Yep.
So this is my latest investment. Is the SF1313G fiber laser machine. This one will also be coming.
What's that?
Jeez.
So we get two of these and one of those.
What's the area, the size of this one?
The working area for this one is 4 foot by 4 foot. It's called a 1313. It's actually going to be like 51 inches by 51 inches. It has a little clamp, but it's actually really, really nice. And no, I'm not paying that price. No way. That's not
You
me.
have
No way.
the anodizing service for the aluminum to change the color or the.
There's a company up in Dayton that does that for a really good price.
Okay.
So we're going to be representing this company, selling Senfeng lasers. And so instead of saying SF, it'll say rabbit laser on the side. But this is supposed to be a
Cool.
really, really nice laser machine.
Interesting.
But we'll be cutting metal stuff. And it is
Really interesting.
I decided not to go with the expensive one.
But what about the speed of, I don't know, cutting a number 18 aluminum sheet. The speed, you have any reference of about the speed of?
There you go.
Hmm.
I am purchasing the 1.5 kilowatt version. And it looks like it'll go up to 1330 seconds. That's pretty darn thick. 0.4 inches.
Uh-huh.
All I care about is I can do, oh, what is it? 1/16 inch thick.
Yeah,
So if I can get 1/16,
I think 132.
So are you getting this for your company or are you getting this to sell to somebody
Uh,
else?
this is mine. This one is mine.
Precious mine, that this is
This is
the Lord of the
Ray's new
Rings.
toy.
This is my new toy. Yeah.
All three of them?
Well, it's a crazy problem that I had. Before COVID started, we basically found some people that were interested in these laser machines, and I put a huge deposit on some very special laser machines, and because of COVID, I was not able to buy the 2 laser machines that were interested by my customer. So instead of buying 2 of these and another little machine, my whole order got canceled or put on hold. So this Chinese company has had nearly $100,000 of my money for 2.5 years, 3 years. And it's a deposit, so I can't get it back. It means I have to go ahead and purchase stuff. But the cost of shipping hit $26,000 per shipping container. And for me to get 2 of these lasers, it would take 2.5 shipping containers.
Yeah.
So instead of doing that, we went back to getting
Smaller one plus the shipping.
smaller ones. We could get 2 smaller laser machines and the middle-sized laser machine. This one. All 3 of these into 1 shipping container.
Okay.
And so that saves us on we're not spending $60,000 on shipping containers anymore. We're only spending $10,000 on shipping container. But my deposit covers all 3 machines that I sent to them. So I believe that eventually we'll sell this one. Probably end up selling this one. But I'm sure that I will be keeping the 4 foot by 4 foot, the high accuracy one, this one. And I'll be making metal parts.
Ray's been talking about metal lasers
Yeah,
for years.
For 3 years, 4 years.
Before
It took me a
they-
while to just decide, hey, I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger and do it. And then when we did, COVID happened and the price of shipping containers went out the roof. It's crazy. And I objected. I said, no, I can't do this. It's stupid. My expected cost of shipping went from 6,000 to 60,000.
How is the cooling system of this machine? Is
It's a 4,000 watt outside. It's a separate unit,
yeah,
but it's a giant water cooler.
okay.
Yeah, but it's included in the total system price. Yeah.
Nice. When you are expecting them?
I think Vicente is trying to say he wants to come visit me. whenever I get it.
We need, I got some projects. We gotta go. Let's do this thing.
Even this project, hurry up, Ray, hurry up, Ray. I'm hoping it'll be here by June 1st. It'll be here delivered and set up by June
I
1st.
mean, we need to start designing stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
We need to be prepared, you know. With all the files in the USB dongle.
I'm here.
You know, I was so happy that I was so happy to do this because I thought right across the street from me is Phoenix Metals, Phoenix Sheet Metal. And I thought, you know, I'm just gonna drive my forklift across the street and pick up this, pick up all the metal that I need.
Yeah.
And
No, I have no idea what to do with that. No.
okay, so
Excited
Phoenix
to-
Sheet Metal is right over here,
Yeah,
right here. Okay, they moved.
they move.
They moved across town. They're
Oh,
not
no.
there anymore.
Oh,
It just pissed me off.
They did it on purpose.
we need to change the plans.
I set up space. I'm getting 3-phase electric, all kinds of stuff. And then Phoenix Metals moved.
Is that the one that's the end of May?
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm aware of them, yeah.
Yeah. I had all these plans like, I'm just gonna drive my forklift out here, go over to their driveway. Yes, I'd like to pick up my order and drive back. I guess I can't do that anymore. So
Just need bigger wheels on your forklift now.
Put some headlights on the fork truck. You'll be all right.
that would be called a Tundra, my Toyota Tundra. Yeah, I was really looking forward to that, but guess not. But yeah, we got the open type, and we're gonna have the other smaller one. But what is the price on this one? 75, crazy. And I just like, no, I'm not gonna spend that much money on anything. There we go. So they kept trying to get me to purchase a vendors and all kinds of other stuff. I'm just like, no, I can't do it. Don't want to do it, not right now.
But then that send you some samples of everything.
So if I'm a dealer, I need samples so I could sell the stuff.
I should have the best equipment, right?
Right.
I have all the equipment for free. Yeah, they want to get me a automatic bending machine. I should have a robotic welder, and I should have other stuff, but I'm like, no.
Maybe use it to make airplane
The fiber robot.
parts for airplanes. The wings, all the parts of aluminum,
Oh, yeah,
with all the holes for the
yeah.
rivets and everything.
So is that just a laser or laser and oxygen?
Are you talking about this?
Yeah, the cutter.
Okay, so the let's see, cutting capacity. Carbon steel obviously is the easiest thing to cut, which is followed right behind by stainless steel. I love stainless steel. Brass is the most difficult to cut, but aluminum is pretty much right there with it. I'm gonna have a 1.5 kilowatt unit just because the stupid price. But this is being fed with a air compressor, not being fed with oxygen. The quality of the cut can be improved by adding nitrogen. Okay, so the part of the material that's actually being cut would be enclosed in a, basically it's like a gas bubble, kind of like a MIG welder.
Mhm.
But a lot of people think that you're using oxygen to help it cut. And if we did throw in oxygen, it could probably cut through a thicker metals like steel, but the results, like the look of it, would come out more like a plasma cutter machine. If you use the nitrogen, it doesn't cut through as thick of a material, but the look of the cut is much, much better.
That makes
Does
sense.
that answer your question?
Yes, it
Okay.
does.
Yeah, save cost. We're not even going into cost.
Save cost. Save.
So this is what they're selling me on the idea, but we'll see what it actually comes out to, what they actually send me.
You okay?
You can use any software or they have their own.
No, well, you can design with anything that
Right.
produces DXF.
Yeah,
And I'm sure there's a dozen more file types that it'll import. So you would import your file types, make sure they are the right size. Then you allocate layers that basically go out to speeds and power percentages. So you asked me what's new, and this is what I got.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
I'm done.
I mentioned there was a cable laser cutter. Is that opposed to mirrors?
This does not use mirrors to reflect the laser light source. That's
It's
correct.
like a light guide or
So with
Fiber optic?
with many laser machines, they're looking at either a diode laser, which is going to be 20 watts and under, generally like 2 to 5 watts, and lately they're improving. Most all of the lasers that I deal with right now are CO2. So it basically has a big light bulb and it shoots the laser beam out of the end of the light bulb. It hits 3 mirrors to get to the final lens. The lens condenses, focuses the laser light into a pinpoint, and you put your material at that focal point and it does all the cutting work. With a galvo fiber laser, all the light goes up to a head. It goes through what looks like 2 paddles. The 2 paddles are mirrors, and they point the light in the laser light in certain patterns. It's going to be your shape, and that pattern, that light, is then goes through a lens, and that lens puts it down into position. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I know this doesn't really answer your question just yet, but what this gets to is that how does the laser light get up to the focusing device? And the answer is that in a fiber laser system, it's using a strand of glass fiber. And so that strand of glass is flexible because of the size, but it's also coated with a chemical that forces the laser light to reflect back inside of the glass. And that's how the head is able to move, or it's how
a light pipe.
the light gets to the focusing device. So we're not using any mirrors because that wavelength of light would destroy the mirrors. Okay, because in a typical CO2 system, you're bouncing off of metallic mirrors, molybdenum or gold. With a metal cutting machine, we have to use a certain wavelength of light. That light needs to travel through the glass strand. It gets up to a collimator emitter, and then from there, it has to go through a certain lens and then focus. Fiber laser.
So if this is CO2, it's 10.2 microns.
That would be for CO2 wavelength that is for cutting non-metals.
Oh. So what wavelength are you using to cut metals?
It's half that. It's half the wavelength,
5
twice frequency.
It's
530,
half-
540.
530, 540. It's
Yeah. So you can change the
little-
frequency, but the wavelength is about the same. You're oscillating, pulsing the light at different gosh, I think it's like 50 kilohertz pulses, but it's staying, the light itself is still at the same wavelength. It's being modulated.
So the base wavelength is still 10.02
No,
microns.
not for metals. Not for metals. It's half that.
5 microns.
Yeah. So I'll have to get back to you,
Okay.
but I know it's different. It's about half of the 10.6, 1.86, whatever the metric is there. I'm just gonna share. Yeah. So with a metal cutting head, and that's what these are. Let's see if I can just pick up one of these. You have a lens that is right here in this blue section that comes out. This the particular one that's right here looks like it's a manual alignment, manual focus. Your collimator lens or section at the end of the fiberglass, it goes right into here. See if I can see one that's automatic. There's actually a here's one. There's an amplifier on the end of it that it actually senses the gas pressure and the gas conductivity between the head and the metal, and based on the conductivity, it's able to actually float above the metal, knowing that it's in focus. So it does not act like a plasma cutter. A plasma cutter actually can measure the length of the arc based on the amount of current that's going through, and it adjusts the height because it thinks, hey, too much current because I'm too close to the metal. Where this one, it needs to know the air pressure, the air conductivity, right down to the tip. It's actually very neat. If you were asking about CO2 and non-metal stuff, I could rattle off all the answers all day long, but metal, I've only had to deal with metal, a dozen times, fixing metal cutting lasers, dealing with the ceramics, the amplifiers and stuff like that. And it's a bit of work. But the more I get into it, the more I learn and the better I'm getting at it. So that's why I needed to buy one of these so I can play with it a lot and get, that way I can get into the market of fixing more expensive lasers and I can charge more for doing that work. So
a different world, isn't it, Ray?
it is a different world, man. It's to look at the complexity of a metal cutting head versus a non-metal. It's just it's massive different. Just all the stuff that's involved with it. But I guess in the end, it's just really cool the metal stuff that you can cut with it. Have I ever showed you guys what you can cut with these? What kind of products get made?
Not brass.
Not brass.
Uh,
Um,
we're actually running a little low on time.
maybe
week.
next week,
Yeah,
2 weeks from now.
Okay,
I'll I got some samples that are in the other room, but
Next week is virtual.
yeah. Jim's next week's virtual, so.
well, trust me, I'm gonna have an open house when I get that thing up and running, having fun. There's definitely gonna be open house.
Cool.
Fire up the grill and the beer.
All right. See everybody next week.
take care.
Good
Have a good,
night.
On Prosper.
Bye.
take care.